Welcome everybody to our monthly all hands meeting for the Honor Society. Woohoo! Welcome. Lots of new faces. I see many people who were inducted this last time around. And it's super, super important to remember that the school systems only induct people like once a year right now. So it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of the Honor Society here at the LA Film School. So I want you to take a minute and just breathe that for a minute and acknowledge how totally awesome you are. And then Jimmy's got this really cute puppy on his lap, I
I was
see.
just looking at that.
So welcome. Every month we come together on the first Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Pacific. So please mark your calendars because this is where we talk about what we're doing, what we've been doing, what we have planned, and what opportunities there are to get involved. And it's also where we share stuff. Collaboration starts here at home at the LA Film School. This is your reference and your resource of talent for all the projects you're thinking about doing right now as your fellow students. And we've had lots of really interesting projects birth right here in these meetings. So show up when you can. If you can't, we do post them. But the fun part is showing up. You'll find at the end is when we share and talk about the different projects we're working on. So you're invited to come, you're invited to play, you're invited to participate because we are here to serve you. The purpose of this student mentoring block is to give vision, give opportunity, and give space for the students here at LA Film School to get their stuff out there to help you guys create an environment where you're going to be the next, whatever it is you want to be. You want to be Beyonce? I'm here for you. Let's do it. You want to be Steven Spielberg? I'm here. Yeah, Leona, you could be Beyonce. I see it. Can you guys see it? I see it. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Come on, let's do it. See, Dan's gonna dance for you in your commercial and your video. But this is what we're here for. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid. We're going to go at. So for those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Angel. I'm the vice president here at the Honor Society. This is my second year, my second term. Last year, I come to the table with a lot of experience. I am a Gen Xer, so I'm a little older than some of y'all. Excuse me, just a little bit older than some of y'all. And I come with a background in corporate. I've worked for companies like Logitech and Microsoft. And I also come from fitness. I worked for 24 Hour Fitness for almost 20 years as a personal trainer and as a gym operator. And I also spent 8.5 glorious years in the United States Marine Corps. How the heck I ended up here at film school is a whole nother story, which we can save for another time. But I am here as a creative with you at the LA Film School. What I bring to the table is my knowledge of systems. I have a doctorate in organizational infrastructure, so I know how to build processes and map out architecture. That's what I specialize in. So I work with people on teams to help them build the procedures around what it is they're doing, from HR to agreements to all of that stuff. So if there's anything you guys need around that stuff, I can tell you right now, if you're doing a project and you don't got no paperwork on your project, you are entering the industry behind the eight ball. For those of us who follow the industry, there are a lot of lawsuits going on right now, right? And a lot of it has to do with lack of clarity and communication when the project starts. NDAs, talent agreements, producer agreements, all of that stuff, even as a student, you have to do that. That's something that I can bring to the table to help you with, okay? There's a lot of that kind of resource for you here, whether you need music, we got some, I see my music folk there, we got animators, we got writers, we got everything. So don't go on Fiverr looking for some stuff that you can get right here at LA Film School and help each other get visible and get out there. What we did last year in my first term is we set up processes. We set up infrastructure and we set up programs and we experimented. This year is about events and action. So those of you who are new came at the perfect time. You missed the boring part last year. Last year was about boring. We didn't get exciting till towards the end of the year, right, guys? This year is about excitement. We're going to be having lots of events and activities, and we're looking for people who want to get involved, and we're looking for people who have ideas that we can implement. Yes, so I've got the guy in the corner over here, Dan's like giving us the hand signals to let you know what I'm saying. So pay attention to him. So one of the things that I also have to warn you about, this is an educational system. There's only two things that are a little more difficult to navigate. One is the government, and the other is the military. So just be patient as we build because we have to take things through a process. And I know that as creatives, that can be frustrating. I want it now. That's our motto. That's our t-shirt. I want it now. And sometimes now is 6 months. Okay. And it's okay. Nobody's ever said no to us. We just sometimes have to pull the throttle down. In addition to being the vice president of the Honor Society, I'm also the chair of the Film Production Committee. So before I go into the Film Production Committee, let me talk about the committees. We have a committee for every program for the most part. There are some programs like the business entertainment business program, which is difficult to put a committee together, but we're not against it. If we get some people in here that are part of that program, but we have a music production committee, we have an animation and graphic production committee, we have the film production committee, and what's the other one? The social media committee. All these committees are here to give people the opportunity to get involved. You can be on as many committees as you want. I just say that it takes work. For those of you who are on committees, like I've got several people here that are on my film production committee, is work. So if you're busy, you've got a busy family life, you've got a busy job, and school has got you kind of wrapped up, bear that in mind as you join committees because each committee chair has expectations for their committee. And if you join a committee, you got to participate, you got to go to meetings, you got to be involved. And we want you involved in all of them if you want. But if you're not getting stuff done, you may be asked to step away because the committee chairs, they've got a focus and they want to make sure if you're there, you're not just there because you're hanging out. We'll be introducing something new this year that we didn't do last year. For those who participate as we complete processes, we will be giving you letters and certificates that you can share as you interview to show that you successfully contributed to the committee and the projects that you contributed to. How's that sound?
Mm.
Mm,
Yes, because we
sounds
want you guys
nice.
to walk into Sony Entertainment for that interview and then throw stuff on their desk and say, this is what I did, and have them, yeah, just throw it on the desk. And they're like, dang, we got to hire you. You're just too dang good. That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
And we've just started registering projects in IMDb. So you guys will have that as well. So that's the purpose. So did you guys all see the email that talked about all the officer positions that are open? Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no.
Yeah, I
Where's
don't
my
think I
emoji,
did.
Josh? Where's my emoji, Josh? Where is emoji?
I don't know. Dude,
I'm
there we
gonna
go.
I am going to drop a link to the presentation, the form for you to fill out as soon as I finish my part of this presentation. If you're interested in joining as an officer, because we do have quite a few officer positions open, or joining a committee, fill out this form. There will be interviews so that we can add to it. I think I have put on here, you have until the 26th or something like that to submit them. We have a lot of people who express interest. That excites me. Okay, that is so exciting. You have no idea how exciting that is. If there are 17 people that applied for one officer position and we can only select one or two people, you will automatically, unless you just, that person is just, it's awful, but I doubt it because you guys are honor society, and so you're all awesome. You will be automatically placed in that committee so that you can still be involved even if you didn't make it as an officer.
Hmm.
Because for me, by filling this out, you have indicated I want to get involved. And if you want to get involved, we want you involved. Fair enough?
Yeah. I believe I already filled out the
Yes.
form.
So many people, I can't even tell you, we have more people who have filled out this form than we have ever had people express interest in joining the society leadership. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love it. It's in the it's a ridiculous number and I love it. I'm so excited about that. It's work, but it's okay. It's work I'm down for. So some things about the film production committee for those of you who are interested. I am in the writing for film and television. I'm also a producer. I'm working on a film project right now. We are looking to create more opportunity for opportunity. I told you not to put stuff in the chat when I'm talking, Jimmy. Oh my God. So we're
Well, I'd lose the question and I didn't want to cut you
that's
off.
okay. That's okay. We are currently looking for projects to do to give people the experience and the exposure as crew on a film. Okay, we're looking for creative ways to do it. And if you're not on mute, could you please mute yourself? And then we can unmute when you are asked a question or something. Um, that will give people the experience so that you experience what it is to be on set. So for those of you in the digital film program, your program is about that. You guys need to know that. There's several of you here who are in that program. That's what your program is about. I'm in the writing program. I write scripts for 3 years. That's what I do. For 3 years, every once in a while we take a class and they make us look at art, but for the most part, we just write. So that's what Dan's doing. We just write. So we don't know anything about making films. We don't know anything about really pitching. We have two pitch classes, but they're like really kind of like the screenwriting class for the digital film program. It's like, here's a quick class. This is what you do because writers don't pitch for the most part, right? So we want everybody to be able to walk into their interviews and their processes, knowing what it's like to do what it is that they want to do. Does that make sense? Everybody good with that? Everybody feeling like they love that? What that means for us is coming up with ways until we can show proof of concept that this is something that will benefit the students and benefit the school. We got to figure out creative ways to do it because we can't go to the school and say, hey, we need $25,000 so we can make a short film. School's not going to do that. If they did that for every student that asked, they would never be able to do anything because it doesn't work that way, right? So we have to find creative ways to do it. And that's part of what we're working on as a committee. This year, our goal has always been to do something once a quarter. We probably won't do anything for first quarter because I have something I'm doing that's going to be taken up all my time in Q1, but we'll probably do something the second quarter. And it's probably going to be virtual, some sort of a thing that we can do like this. So if you want to be involved in that, we'll need apps like this. You like that? You like that? If you want to be involved in that, I highly encourage you to join the film production committee. In this committee, everybody's going to have feedback. Everybody's going to be able to get involved. Everybody's going to be able to play in the area that they want to play. If you want to be a showrunner, we're going to try to figure out a way to give you the opportunity to do that. You may not be able to do that for everything. We have a YouTube channel that's doing really well that's just for the film production, for the Honor Society that the Film Production Committee manages. You are not going to be able to put stuff on there without going through the leadership in the Film Production Committee because we have to make sure it meets the requirements of the school and YouTube. And YouTube's no joke, dropping F-bombs and doing all kind of crazy stuff. So we have two or three people that manage the processes because we have an understanding of YouTube. So you can submit and you can participate, but the final word goes through the executives on the committee, which is how production studios work. So you guys got to get used to working with production studios, right? You want to go work on a Marvel film, you got to learn how to take feedback and learn how to accept no. So that's what we're trying to do for everybody. So if you write, if you sing, if you dance, if you draw, what else is there? If you're a comedian, if you do all that stuff, you want to get into film production, please join the committee. We will meet probably once a month and more frequently if we do other stuff. But our first meeting is tomorrow. For those of you who are interested, if you fill out the form and let me know, you may be able to get invited to that committee meeting, or you may have to come to another one because it is kind of short notice. In terms of my role as vice president, I am infrastructure and feelings. That's how I describe my role. I am infrastructure and feelings. If somebody does something to you or says something to you, my request is that you reach out to me so that I can see what I can do to assist you. I don't like having things in public. It's not cool to have weird, nasty debates in public. We're adults, okay? We're big boys and girls and others and theys and thems. And the first way that you can be released from a project in the real world is to behave like that. So you don't have to agree, but we can disagree professionally. Fair enough? I do not want to have anybody facing being kicked out of the Honor Society because they behaved with their emotions on Discord or in DMs or in messages. I've had to deal with that many times. and it's not something that I like, I'm a student too. I would love to just play and do my homework. That's really what I want to do. But I'm here to protect the students. I am your voice, and I will protect you if that's what I need to do. So if you have an issue, let me know. We'll take it to the school if we need to, but please maintain composure in public. Okay? Everybody good with that? Everybody respect that? Is that okay I say that? Okay. Thank you. So let's talk about. I like to highlight my team. I'm a team builder. I am not an icon yet. Huh? You like that? I do have some people here from my film production committee. So I'm going to introduce them to you, and I'll let them talk about what they are working on. If we're working on stuff, we got lots of stuff we're working on. We're just trying to organize ourselves. So I'm going to start with I am the chair, and I have two vice chairs because this can be complicated. My vice chairs are Jimmy and Dan. So Jimmy, say hi and talk about what you're doing right now.
Oh, what I'm doing.
Well, for the film production committee, we'll give you a chance to talk about what you're doing
Okay,
on your
okay.
personal stuff because I know you got lots, and we'll give you a chance later. But for the film production committee, what are you doing?
Kicking around ideas. I'm also pretty much lead editor, I guess you'd call it. I mean, Dan edits some of his own stuff, but I came up with the intros and such for the YouTube channel, which those will be changing again soon for different series. I also moderate the YouTube channel, and once we receive videos and such things, like Angel said, basically we put them up for review. The key thing, and I'll just say this one time, for anybody that wants to tote the film committee or projects that were PG-13. So we don't want any F bombs in there, no nasty talk about sexuality or anything like that, and quality. Quality is really the big thing. I mean, I'm not going to point nobody out, but if you're a film student or if you're even in music, just quality, because there are a lot of people that watch that YouTube channel now, including professionals, studios, and things like that. So you want to put out your best work. You don't want to just throw out something, fly out there and say, hey, so we probably won't post it. I won't, at least. I mean, if it gets voted in, but that's
That's right.
just the thing. But yeah, the film committee is great. We got Freddie Showbiz down there in the corner. He's on
Well,
part of it.
yeah, we will be. I'll be introducing everybody, so just don't worry about it. I'm
But
not gonna miss nobody. I'm not gonna miss nobody.
yeah, but that's about what I do with it, and kicking out ideas and stuff. And then I try to participate in between time because I'm pretty busy right now too in Capstone. So
Perfect. And I want to add to that. Thank you so much, Jimmy. And he is very invaluable. Having people that edit is important to have that consistency. And the entire committee does not vote on content. It is the executive team on the committee that votes for content. So if you join the committee and there's 50 of you guys on there, we are not going to put a post out there for 50 people. Hey, do you guys like this? There's just going to be about 4 people that are going to vote on whether that's going to go. Just because it's just not, we don't got that kind of time, guys. We don't. So please, when he says people are watching, we've got major studios. I've got somebody that works at Warner Brothers that started following our Honor Society YouTube channel. So when we post your stuff, we want it to be good. And if those of you who have been watching us drop stuff, you notice that the quality has been getting better and better and better because we used to just be us. It's like family. Then all these production studios started following us. We're like, oh, why do you think they follow us? Do you think that a production studio might be interested in seeing what honor students at ALA Film School might be up to? Yeah. So nice quality stuff. Yep, right? Nice quality stuff. The F bombs are an issue because the F bombs, we're not here. We are not censoring. We are not those guys. But YouTube has specific rules around that kind of content. We don't want to have things struck. We don't want to get marks against us. Just nice PG. I know you guys, especially for my music people. You gotta have something that doesn't have an F bomb in it, right? You gotta have something. Did you want to add something, Jimmy, before I move on to the next person?
yeah, I just wanted to add on to that. I'm I'm gonna say it this way. It's not to hinder creativity neither. We want creative. I mean, if you got an experimental piece, submit it, put it out there. Like I said, when I say quality, I'm talking like if you're going to do a cell phone video and edit a short movie together, make sure you get good sound too. You don't want be filming something somewhere where it's so loud around you can't even hear the dialogue. That's what I mean by
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
So that's all I want to
Absolutely.
put out there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jimmy. Next up, my other vice chair we got here is Dan. Dan.
Hello, how we doing today?
Hi, Dan.
Hey, everybody. Good day, Josh. Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a happy January 2026. So I'm Dan Leonard. Great to be here and also on the production committee. A lot of the stuff I'm involved, I think, is pretty similar to Jimmy. I've helped contribute to ideas we're putting on our YouTube page. Sometimes I get a chance to interview students in various areas that they're studying in. Um, it's funny. I don't think personally like I'm working on one thing or someone else is working on one thing. Everyone is so nice and so professional. I feel like we're all just working together for everything because everyone works so well together. But that's about it. I like being part of the team and working hard. Thanks for letting me be a part of it, Miss Angel.
Yeah. What program are you in, Dan?
Oh yeah, I am in the screenwriting for film and television program. This is my last year. Dan graduates in August. And
Yay.
yeah, I love being part of the Honor Society. They do great things, and we've put out great stuff on the YouTube page. And it's amazing the journey students go through. So check out some of the interviews, and with Jimmy's point on audio, I actually went to a platform. I pay for a platform just to make certain I get really good audio. I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah, and I'm just excited to be part of the production committee.
Thank you. Thank you. I love having you as part of the team as well. I do.
Thank
I
you,
do.
thank you, Angel. Yes.
Our next person that's on our team is Josh. Hey, Josh. Say hey. You know you're.
Hi.
There we go.
Hey, how are you guys? Right now, I'm doing the scored by students. Anybody who does music, if you want to turn in a song or something, I can put it to a video and release it. That's what I'm doing with this. We've got a few. I mean, it's pretty cool. I make pretty cool videos.
To Josh of the man of many words. I'm gonna help you out a little bit, Josh. So Jimmy put together a really kicking intro, and Josh takes that and makes a really nice video. And I can tell you from my own experience that they posted one of my songs, and somebody saw it and reached out to me and asked if they could use my song for their podcast that they saw
Really?
on the YouTube channel. They paid me money. They didn't pay me a lot of money, but hey, it's a gig. Woo!
Yeah.
So it's really a really cool place to be featured, and we do a really good job. And I think that we haven't worked out the schedule, but like at least once a week, we will try to put
Yeah,
stuff
once a
out there.
week.
So, and what program are you in, Josh?
Music production. But
Beautiful.
I'm graduated.
Yeah. And so that to answer the question, because we're gonna go to our next person. I didn't realize you grad. That's right. I do remember when you graduated. See, when you get a little older, the memory is not the strongest.
Yeah,
Chocolate
it's
chip
all right.
cookies don't help that. You got to eat broccoli, not chocolate chip cookies. So, our next member of our team is also another alumni. This is the cool thing about being on this group is that people graduate and they don't want to leave. It's like we have to kick them out. They're like, I don't want to go. So we have alumni advisors that still hang out, and that's what Freddie is. So Freddie, say hello to everybody, or not. Is he not here anymore? He was here. I guess I did see him. Did
Hey,
he?
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Hey
you. There you
everybody,
are.
it's me, Freddie Showbiz. How you doing, everybody? It's me,
Stop it.
Freddie.
Stop it, Dan.
What's
There you
up,
go.
everybody?
There you go. There you go. Tell them, Dan.
Yeah, so I'm Freddie Showbiz. I'm going to be winning an Oscar this year. Thank you so
Stop
much. I'm
it.
going to forget every one of you. Don't care.
Stop. Go ahead.
Hey,
My
hey,
God. Go ahead, Freddie.
I don't have anything else to say after that. That's a mic drop.
What's up, Freddie?
What's up, man? Hey, I just want to say, hey, everybody. I'm dealing with a toddler. You probably can hear in the background. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I just want to pop in here and say hey to everybody. And yes, so I've graduated. I'm also on the film committee. I do some editing work as well, and it's led to doing stuff through the honor society and stuff on our YouTube page. I shared on my page, and it's led to me getting some real world opportunities. I'm actually getting paid right now to edit somebody's film that they shot 2 years ago, and I was actually getting with with Jimmy Shures for editing tips. Me and he was working on some other day. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight that. That's another positive thing about being on the committee and being in these in these groups is the networking, and you have people that you can pick their brains and you can rely on, and you know, up your skills as well. So and at least the more opportunities, the more work you put out, you know, you never know who's watching. I'm also in talks with some other people on some other projects because of the work that I've seen that I've done on this Honor Society YouTube page. So please, I would just, you know, advise y'all to take advantage of it, of anything you can with the Honor Society, anything that we got going on, just any opportunity you get to create and to share your work and show your skills. I would just advise y'all to take care of it and just make the most out of your experience. That's all I got, Angel. Hey, everybody.
Thank you. And hi to the little toddler. She's so cute. You guys don't see her, she's so cute. So before I hand it off, I will be dropping, just let you guys know, I'll be dropping the link. You haven't seen it, please apply. I only have a couple of things to say for those of you who are interested in an officer's position. We're going to be all business this year because we have a lot that we want to accomplish. If you want to be an officer, please know that there are some commitments that you're going to be asked to do. And one of those commitments is that you show up to every meeting unless you have an issue. And so issues are you're sick, somebody's graduating, you know, things like that. If you're in other clubs, your other club commitments really should not get in the way of the commitments that you have to your officer position in the Honor Society. If it's going to, then you have to think about what that means to be an officer because you're the one that's in charge of planning for the group that you represent. And a lot of decisions are voted on and made at the officers meeting. And if you're not there, you don't get to play. And then we have to try to figure out what to do to accommodate. You know, we're all very busy. So not the same for the committees. The committees, they'll have their own meetings and they'll do their own things and they're over there and they will collaborate with other groups and stuff. But the key people who are officers, if you're going to be an officer, there's a commitment to that. And our ask this year is going to be that if you're going to step in as an officer with the, what is that thing they say? You got the dish, but you didn't get the gravy. There's work that needs to be done. So you got to be able to do the gravy too, because your lack of commitment will put more work on somebody else. And so that's all that we ask is that if you're going to be an officer, just understand that and know that, you know, I always say communication fixes everything. When stuff happens and there's communication, it's an accident. When stuff happens without communication, it's a disaster. So just communicate. Oh, I can't make it. Stuff is happening. But if you consistently can't make it, kind of rethink where you want to be committed to in your relationship with the Honor Society because we have so much that we want to get done this year, which includes speaker series. We want to bring speakers to the table for you guys so you guys can hear from real professionals in the industry. We're going to be bringing educational things to you, tools like we had a Canva workshop, with some of you guys did last year. We're going to be doing that. YouTube, how to set up your social media, branding, all kinds of stuff. So that's what I have. I'll be dropping the link here shortly. I'm going to drop it off to Rosalind. Unless you guys have any questions for me specific to what I spoke on, is your time to ask questions. Anybody have questions for me? To answer Jimmy's question, if you're going to graduate, what is this, January? If you're going to, sorry, Jeremy, no worries. If you're going to graduate in February, which I don't think they have a graduation in February, but let's say you were going to graduate in February, you probably should not apply for an officer position, okay? If you're going to graduate in August, you can definitely apply for an officer position. But that's enough time for you to be involved in stuff. But when you graduate, you will be, if you still want to hang out, we're not mad at you. If you still want to hang out, you'll be moved into an alumni advisor position, and your officer's position will be recast because the Honor Society is for students. But we love our alumni, and we are going to take your help wherever you can give it because we love having you involved. But we want to give everybody that's a student the opportunity to get involved as well. Right?
I was actually going to mention that. Hi, I'm Nasir, by the way.
Hi, Nasir.
Yeah, I literally just graduated like a few months ago, and I got the email from Honor Society to join today. So I just wanted to pop in and see if there was anything that I can do, probably as an alumni, and
Absolutely.
go from there.
Absolutely. If you're an alumni now and you're not an officer, you can still join a committee and play with us on the committee. Absolutely, 100%. it's only going to help you. And we will, like I said, the whole process of creating letters and certificates applies to the alumni as well. Because as you walk into what program are you in?
I was in animation.
Oh my God, we need you so bad. So
Yeah,
yeah, oh my God, yes, yes.
I'm totally down, of
Yes, he's
course.
like, I'm down, I'm down. Because if you're out there trying to get a job in animation and graphic arts, and a lot of times, especially now with AI, they need leadership. So when you go in an interview, you can speak to what you've done because you've worked with all these other committees. So we definitely want your participation. There's just to be an officer because it's a student thing. We just, we can make you a member of the committee. We can even make you an alumni advisor in a specific area, like for audio, for graphics and what do we call it? Animation and graphic production. So there's absolutely 100% opportunity for you to get involved. We want you to be involved. So anybody
Sounds
else?
great.
Oh, it does. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. Is there anybody else has questions for me before I pass it on to the next person? Okay. Tori says no. No. I like that.
I'm trying to emote as much as
I
possible
know,
with
because
the mask.
you're like, no. All right, I'm gonna pass it on to Rosalind, social media,
Hi,
and I'm gonna work on getting
everyone.
this link
Say
for you
that
guys.
again.
I'm just gonna work on getting this link for you guys. Go ahead.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Rosalind Jones. As of now, I am your social media alumni advisor. So eventually, someone's going to be taking over to be the social media chair, and I'm really excited to be passing along really exciting committee. And then we're also going to be, of course, building that committee. But for now, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys to kind of give you a little update on what we've got going on. Get you guys out of the way here so I can click on present. All right, so can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Use any typos or anything like that? Okay, so just to give you guys a little quick reminder of what our mission is for the social media committee. Our mission is to elevate the voice of the Honor Society by creating engaging, informative, and inspiring content that reflects our values, highlights student accomplishments, and fosters a vibrant, connected community across all digital platforms. Here are our social media handles. So just take a little moment to screenshot this. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And also my email is over there if you guys have any questions that you think of later on or around 2 o'clock in the morning when our creative brains are working their best. You guys are welcome to email me anytime if you have any questions. And I definitely recommend that everyone all members follow our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn and YouTube to stay updated. Okay, so some of our upcoming events that we've got coming up here soon are our monthly mixer, and that's our virtual networking event where it's a nice welcoming space for students to network and share what they're working on and to connect with fellow creatives that are across other departments. And whether you're developing a script, editing a film, or just looking to meet new collaborators, this is your chance to come build those meaningful connections. So that's going to be January 19th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I will drop the Zoom ID in the Discord here shortly. And then we also have our virtual talent show coming up, and we moved our date to March 24th through the 26th. It's going to be a 3-day event. So you guys still have plenty of time to send in your creations if you want to participate in this event. I really do recommend that you participate in this because it's going to be your chance to, show your professional side and show your friends and family all the hard work that you've been doing. So day 1 is going to be for our producers, day 2 is going to be for directors, and day 3 is going to be for graphic designers and writers. And animation, you're within there as well. I want to say that you guys are on day 3. You're gonna have to check out the submission form that's in the Discord right now. And I'll post that again so that that link will be refreshed and closer to the bottom so you don't have to do so much scrolling. But there's more information on that submission form. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm an email away. Or you can just message me on Discord. Okay, so if you guys are interested in joining the team, I'm gonna go over the subcommittees that are within the social media department, just so you guys have a a little idea of what we've got going on. We've got our, here's a breakdown. We've got our content creation committee, and this committee is responsible for producing, designing, and finalizing all of our visual and written content that's going to be shared on our Honor Society media platforms. We've got our mental health and wellness committee. This committee focuses on promoting emotional balance, well-being, and mental resilience among students by gathering encouraging, helpful, and timely content. Then we've got our student spotlight and engagement committee. This committee helps build community by highlighting student achievements and encouraging participation across the platforms. And then we've got our film industry insights and opportunities committee, and they ensure students stay connected to the larger entertainment industry by sharing opportunities, news, and resources. And so basically, if any of these stick out to you, those would be the committees that I would suggest letting us know that you want to be a part of. And that way, your responsibility is going to be to share those different topics that are pertaining to that particular committee with with all of our members. Let's see. And if you have any questions on any of these committees, definitely ask me. And then we've got our social media chair position. And the social media chair serves as the strategic leader and final gatekeeper of all social media content, in so many words. And this role oversees the full social media process from idea generation to publication, ensuring that all content aligns with the mission and standards of the Honor Society. So here are some of the responsibilities as a social media chair, and that would be to approve and publish content, develop strategy with the executive board, which is basically the vice president and the president, and then manage and grow online presence, guide and support the other committees, the subcommittees, maintain a calendar and posting schedule, and uphold brand voice, mission, and conduct team meetings. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in doing, make sure you follow the process of applying for it with Angel. And then I know if some of you guys have reached out to me and just I'm asking for your patience. Keep an eye on your emails and things of that nature because I'm preparing for interviews with you guys so that we can see, if you're fit for specific positions or if you're aligned or what your alignment is for. You may be really good at something in particular. So say you're interested in, mental health and things of that nature. If is what we notice that you're interested in, then that would probably be the area that we would most likely put you in. So just be patient with me as I'm getting ready for those interviews as well. And again, here are our social media handles, and there's my email address. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. I don't have any insights for you today,
Yeah,
but
you
on our
have
next
some,
meeting, I
I'm
will.
sorry, Rosalind, you have some questions in the chat.
Oh, cool. Let's go find them because I can't see the chat. Let me exit out of here. I was wondering.
I can read them for you if you can't see them or if you got them.
I see a couple. What's specific? Okay, so writers, you guys could submit like a little short story or something that's let me give you you could do your log lines, you could do a short story, you could read a short story for us. You have, I believe, 2 to 3 minutes. And what you would do is you would present that, and the person who's going to be hosting the event will be in charge of showcasing that for you. Does that make sense?
So I guess I just had a quick question before you get to the
Yeah.
next question. Is it going to be pre-recorded or are they going to be live?
It's going to be, so what you present to us, what you submit is going to be put together, put together, but the event is going to be live.
So that's what I mean. So the content that's going to be featured will be pre-recorded.
Correct.
Okay. So you would have to read your log line or have a couple people table read your idea or something like that for writers, then is what I'm thinking.
Right. So
Okay.
you would present that as you could present a short story, a pitch deck, a summary, or a log line, or a reading of some sort like that. And you have 3 minutes to present it. And then we take what you send us and put it in our presentation. And that's what will play during the event. Does that make sense?
Yes. And your committees, so the committees that you're talking about, just to make sure we're clear, that they're part of the social media committee. So for example, I see someone here that's like, I am so excited that you want to play, Tori. I really am. Like, I'm definitely interested in this and this and that. Make sure that we know that it's not representing the honor society in that, it's representing the social media. So it's about what's going to be pushed out on social media. If that
Correct.
makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Right. It's a part of the social media committee. So let's say you're into the mental health committee. You would and you come across some very interesting events that are going on that are dealing with that. You can share that on the Discord, but if there's any type of particular flyers or anything like that that you want pushed out to be on the to be on the Instagram or on the Facebook or to have an article put together, then that's when you would reach out to the content creator and they would create something um, aligned with your idea that you or your event that you found, and that would be what's pushed out on the Instagram pages. But like the Discord area, if you're a member and you're into that particular area, you can share anything about that as long as it's aligned with, you know, the student policies and stuff.
Right. And I think that's the only reason I'll make it, I wanted to tap that because the school has got all these organizations within it. And so one of the areas that people have a lot of passion for is mental health. I do myself.
Yeah.
But the school has policies and processes and engines around that. If you look
Hmm.
at the newsletter, they have lots of stuff. So this is somebody who's going to work with the social media team to help push stuff forward and make stuff aware. So what month is National Mental Health Awareness Month? I can't remember.
Mm,
Is that what month? Does anybody know? So from in my imagination, the social media teams, mental health subject matter experts, the people on the committee who are focused on that branch in the committee would be
hmm.
really active
Right.
on social media in May because that's what the conversation is going to be about. And then what they would do, and correct me if I'm wrong, like if social media, if stuff is coming up in the industry
Mhm.
around mental health. Let's say Leonardo DiCaprio becomes head of a nonprofit that's focusing on mental health and he gave some lecture somewhere that person might feature that and say, hey, did you guys see this? To me, that's what I'm thinking. Does that make sense?
That is correct. Yes. And even the film industry insights and opportunities could also say something about that within that time frame too, because it's film industry insight related. But yes, that is what that means. That mental health awareness committee member would share that information and that content on, you know, Discord and things of that nature. Then let's say we've got some type of event going on, for instance, the talent show, right? Whoever is in the student spotlight and engagement committee, this would be their time to go in individually finding people who are, you know, sharing their work and sharing projects that they've done and reaching out to them personally saying, hey, I saw that you've got this going on. We would love for you to come be a part of the um the talent show that's going on, or did you know there was a talent show? Da da da. You know, every other day they could go out and reach out to different members, letting them know that hey, this event's going on and you should come participate in it. So that would be what those different positions would be about. And then if we have something that in particular, like we need a flyer made or we need an article done, then that's when the content creation committee comes in and creates that and pushes it out. That way the aesthetics can kind of stay consistent.
I love it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense to me. Does anybody have any questions for somebody got their hand raised, I thought. Do I see a hand raised?
Go back and forth. Where we at?
I had a
Yes.
question, but she answered it.
Oh, okay, Dan. Anybody else have any
Joy,
questions?
Joy has a question, I believe.
Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to make sure I understand. So is it kind of like say like somebody gives you like a lead for like a business and then you could take that information and decide like whether or not you want to like create something of your own or like collaborate with like another subcommittee to get the information out there? Is that kind of like
I don't know if I understand the question. I'm sorry.
so like, cause so like at some points it sounds like it's saying like you know like for example like the mental health awareness example, like you know for mental health awareness month that would be perfect time for that committee to create things and then or they can find things that's going on in regards to that and then drop it into the Discord. But then like if they wanted to put that same information on Instagram, they would need to go through another subcommittee?
Right,
Well,
like if you wanted a flyer or something like that made or created that you want pushed out on the social media, then the content creator would create that with there's a form that would be filled out. Once you're a part of the social media team, then I'll go through all the different steps to submitting some content creation. But there's a content creation form that the subcommittees will submit to the content creator that has a description of the event or a description of what's going on or what their idea is and what they want it to look like and where they want it to be. If they want it on Instagram, if they want it shaped like, landscape, if they want it portrait, they want it futuristic, those kind of things, then that's when they would get in touch with the content creator and they would make something and then it would be pushed out after it's approved by the chair.
can I give an example that might help?
Yeah.
Kind of a fun example. I watched the Golden Globes yesterday, long and entertaining. And in the Golden Gloves, oh my God, Globes, the song that won, for those of you who are fans, was Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. So Golden won from K-pop Demon Hunters, and the young woman who came up, who wrote the song and is singing the movie, accepted the award in tears. In her acceptance speech, she said, "When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a pop star. I wanted to be a K-pop star. Everybody told me no. I was rejected. And it had a horrible effect on me. My mental health was a mess. And then this project came along, and I'm a pop star. I cried just thinking about it. It was so beautiful." And she said, "I just want you guys to know, never give up on your dream, and it's never too late." For me, that is a perfect post for the mental health team on social media. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because people need to see that this is what it's about, and we all feel it. Don't give up. What's that old song? Don't give up. You still have friends. That's what the mental health committee is about. So it's not about creating rules. It's not about creating events. It's about creating awareness,
Mm-hmm.
using social media as our tool, as our weapon. That's why it's so brilliant for Rosalind to have come up with that little subcommittee on her committee, because that's what it's for. So don't worry about trying to create processes, all that kind of stuff. Look for stuff to highlight. So these people like us that are in the school, it's hard being creative, bro. Sis, it's hard. We have to fight our inner demons every day. And when you hear somebody accepting a Golden Globe crying because they had accepted that they could never do what they dreamed of doing, and now they are like the hottest thing on the planet right now. They went from zero to superhero in 12 seconds because of an anime. That's crazy, right? It's awesome too. It's a good movie. So does that help?
I mean, I understood.
I was
Does
talking to the
that
people
does
that
that
had
help, Joy?
questions. Joy, did that help?
Yeah, I understood it.
Beautiful.
And so that committee is also to save us time. So like say all these you already have the job. Like say if you're on the mental health or you're on the student spotlight, you already have the job of going and looking for the information. It's one less thing for you to do to have to create something too that's going to be, to fit the standards of being on Instagram or being on Facebook or anything like that. So that's why that committee is there to alleviate the other members from having to worry about, oh, are my graphics this or is this that? It's just to eliminate that. But as far as like little events and things of that nature that don't need so much creation, as a subcommittee member, you'd be able to just post that stuff in Discord by all means. You know what I mean? As long as it's it follows those policies and rules that we have, you're good to go because all
I love
information,
it. Thank you.
good
I think
information.
somebody else had their hand up before we move on. Who else was that Liliana? Did you have a question?
I just had a question about the meetings of it specifically. If they were consistent like times or specific days that they happen, just seeing for like planning purposes because I'm very interested. I just want to see how that goes.
Are you talking about the social media committee meetings, or are you talking about our like which meetings are you talking about?
The social media committee.
So for the social media committee, I had Mondays at a specific time. I believe it was like 6 o'clock my Central Time. But whoever's gonna be running it after I'm, dissolved, then it would be up to you guys to come up with a time to figure out what works best for you. But I definitely would suggest picking a consistent day. I did every Monday at a certain time. For just they were kind of like my little office hours. So the members could show up if they could, and if they couldn't, you know what I mean, then it is what it is. But for the most part, that would be for you guys to be able to get on the same page and stay on the same page, kind of project what the week is going to look like, project what the whole month is going to be like, and to see what other committees are, what they've got going on too, and how we can collaborate with them or be a helping hand to them as well, just kind of staying in the loop. But yes, that would be hopefully, whoever starts running it will keep it a consistent day and
Okay,
time. Because I
thank you.
think that works best. That works for me. That way, ooh, on Monday I've got my social media committee member meeting. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? I'm glad you guys are very interested. I'm so excited. Like we are building this committee. This has been like my little baby for the past year or so. So trying to is it's new. Um so you got to be patient, but also be understanding that it's a building situation, and we've kind of been building this up from the ground. And so, I mean, well, that's the only way you could build something up, but you know, I'm excited. So you hear my kid in the background.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rosalind. You always do
No
such a great
problem.
job. Thank you so much. And then the next person we have here is Maddie, who is the chair of our Music and Sound Production Committee. Maddie.
Hey everyone. Happy New Year, by the way, since we haven't touched base yet since then. The music and audio team is fairly newer, only because switched over teams there to start something new. So we'll be looking for a vice music and audio officer as well as a committee to start to get the ball rolling, really. Um, there is an ongoing event that's more of a collaborative event with another club I do monthly, which is a monthly music share. I know some of you may have seen it, attended it. That features a lot of members of the Honor Society and the Llama Club. So it's both music and audio people. But there's some graphic designers in there. Everyone's welcome to it. So it's just a place to showcase kind of what you're working on. And my ideas for the music and audio team specifically is to have a separate meeting aside from that, because that's more of showcasing like your own stuff, right? I'm thinking more so let's do something as a solid team. So kind of like in school, if you see like a video targeting a specific goal, like say you're working on sound design and you're really trying to work on compression, parallel compression, side chaining, things of that nature. Uh, I want to have more of a learning session towards the beginning so we can kind of pick and choose a few targets for each meeting that we do. And then from there, do a group production session, kind of focusing on those specific targets we kind of just touch base on. So we can all kind of answer our questions live, work on it together, and throughout as we go on, come up with songs throughout so we can start building a soundtrack. And having people from both angles, music and audio, will work on our production and our composition side. And then what I don't have as much knowledge on is the audio, making that sound quality lab, making it crisp, making it clean, how to have it like come through powerfully. So the collaborative effort between both of those angles will really, really help get us there. But again, it's open to everyone because these albums and whatnot, where they're going to need album covers, they're going to need EP covers, single covers, so that could be graphic design. We might need a little clip there with some animation, to put some vision behind our sound. So it is open to everyone. And I just want to extend the invite. But that is my thought process for the music audio team right now. I know once we get more interviews and stuff rolling that those ideas could change, could shift. because any input will be welcome. But yeah, that's just my idea for right now. But does anyone have any questions on that? I'll drop my email in the chat, by the way.
Oh, that's perfect. So if I can add that she did say that they need artists because they have EPs and they have albums and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to know what else we need as filmmakers, soundtracks. So if you musicians have the opportunity to get involved in some really cool stuff because we need music, we need songs, and we need just instrumentals, we need soundtracks. So get involved in stuff. You never know when we might use your stuff. Right, Maddie?
That's true. Also, shout out to Josh and Jimmy for making that most recent video from Scored by the Students because I love that kaleidoscope feel. That was awesome.
Woohoo! Love it. You have a question in the chat, Maddie.
What's the best committee to be part of for business majors? Oh, that's I personally think any of them, but it probably is dependent on what your goal is as well to learn the most about or what avenue you're most interested in. But I don't personally know. That would just be my opinion on that. If anyone else has any input, just because I'm not super versed with the business major program.
That is a good question. I don't know if we need a business program committee. Maybe we need one. Nobody in the business program has talked to us about wanting to do stuff. So maybe this is an opportunity for us to consider expanding another committee if there's interest.
Would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's also so what I love about creating the energy is getting people involved. And I loved listening to Maddie talk about what she's up to and what her thoughts are, and then complimenting the team, putting together the video. So I have a question for y'all. How many of y'all follow the Honor Society YouTube channel?
I follow the Instagram
The
already.
YouTube
Oh,
channel.
I heard you. I heard you. I'm just saying that, I am participating.
The reason I asked about the YouTube channel is it'd be really great to have you guys really see the stuff that is being put out there. The stuff that the students are doing is just absolutely fantastic. So we need people to see it more. We need people to see what our students are doing. And part of that is you following it because when you post your stuff on, you can share it, yes. But when you follow a YouTube channel, when they produce new stuff, you get notifications that they follow. But it also, the way the analytics work, it also pushes the content out to more potential viewers because you're following it. So if 200 people are following the channel, you get your stuff pushed out to those 200 people when you produce new videos, but you also get pushed out to more population because it gets seen by some people that watch the same kind of stuff those followers watch. So that's something a lot of people don't know about YouTube. So if you want your stuff featured on the channel, please follow. If you support your fellow students, please follow because we're trying to build a community here and we're trying to get you guys work. That's what we're trying to do. So I will drop it into the chat and invite you guys to follow the YouTube channel. What you got, Jimmy?
Yeah, I was going to say definitely follow and going back to if you want to submit, the only caveat to that is make sure that you own the material, that you're not like with a record label already and they want us to put it on there because you do have to sign something.
Yeah.
It's basically saying that you're giving the school permission to put it on there and we don't want to cause any kind of conflicts with anything. I mean, hey, if you got a contract, more power to you. I'm happy for you. Just as far as that goes, we can't post something that's already under contract with somebody else. But yeah, feel free to submit. I'm ready to post more.
That's right. And thank you for bringing that up. So we don't monetize yet, only because we don't have enough followers. When we get to the point we have enough followers to monetize, we're going to go to the school and say we'd like to monetize. Why do we want to monetize? As part of our fundraising so we can fund film projects, right? So the only way that we can fund film projects is to raise money to do so. And YouTube is an area that we can use to fund film projects. So if you have a really kick butt song that you have on an album and it's on Spotify, we're not allowed to monetize that. Matter of fact, we'll get copyright checked on it. So, if you have something you want to share, it'll be forever memorialized on the Honor Society YouTube channel. It's okay. You can put part of the song, you put the whole song, you can go and create something interesting just for the Honor Society. But we're also trying to create something it's just like our booster. For those of you guys who have been to like regular college, they have the booster club that helps raise funds for the football team so they can buy uniforms and stuff like that. Because unless you're, USC or whatever, Oregon Tech or something, the school doesn't pay for the uniforms, the boosters pay for the uniforms. So they have fundraisers so they can buy uniforms. And so we would like to use this as a fundraiser so that when Tori sends a script and we're like, let's make this movie, we have money, so we make the movie. Because otherwise we can't make the movie. So yes, we would love to be able to monetize so that we can do that. Yes. So thank you for all your patience during the season of growth for the Honor Society. Bam, drop the mic. That is a serious statement. This is about growth. Who is ready for growth? I love that. So that is it from the department. So now we come down to Angel's favorite part of the meeting, where you guys get to share what you're up to. This is where a lot of collaboration happens. So raise your hand if you want to share, and we'll go one by one so that we're not just all blasting so we can manage it. Tori's first. Tori, what you up to?
Sorry. I am up to a lot of things. I don't know if I shared last time, but the dream is, Marvel MCU.
Where'd Tori go?
Plug it in my
Where'd you
computer.
go?
Of course, right when they start speaking, the notification comes up that my computer is dying. So I had to fix it. But nonetheless, it's charging now. Um, but yeah, I'm doing a lot. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place. I have different genres, different tones, different periods. I have 1907 New York. It's a lesbian romance set as a period piece. Struggles of that time. I have vampires in 1974. That's, a passion project more than a project that I can make on my own, but nonetheless, it's something that I really love a lot. Um, I have present day Uganda. I am starting a project about May of 2019 in Oregon, and I'm just the 31st century, like there's no bounds. It's just finding stories that I can integrate true, genuine, authentic, diverse characters that aren't just diverse for diversity's sake. They feel authentically grown in the world that they live in. So just kind of, making these pieces that have human rights elements to them is just in my DNA. I don't know how to write otherwise. Found family, trauma, what have you. It's just something that is kind of clear throughout all of them, even if like a certain story has a specific theme. Love endures all. Um, it and then self-love, it's just these projects that I'm bouncing around. It's like genre mixing, romance to horror to uh almost like an adventure, but not quite. It's more of like a drama, to futuristic society, um, and having two different pieces through two different lenses. That's a duology. And having both of these characters go through this journey. One of them is a psychological thriller, and the other one is kind of procedural stuff. It's very different, but these characters, it feels right for these characters. Once I start writing them, they come to life for me, and it's like I'm writing their biography. It's just, it just pours out of me. And it's just no longer, you know, Tori creating a story. It's me writing this character's biography and how they reacted in this moment. But yeah, it's just from outlines to actual finished projects, it's just all there. It's a bunch of stuff that I just really enjoy because I definitely want to get out there and, strive for, you know, the impossible, you know. Uh, it's just something that I'm an eternal optimist, but a serial realist. So I have wonderful, fantastical dreams, and they're centered in what reality might give me. So it's just, being able to dream so extensively and create these pieces and doing them justice. It's not 1907 for 1907's sake. It's based off an adaptation, but it felt right for these characters for it to be 1907, to be that period piece, to where you can't really be out. But this is at the same time a romance between two women that go through struggles. So it's just with all of that, I can go on and on about my characters, but that's where I'm at.
It's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. As writers, it's a lot, man. You got lots of ideas in your head and you're out there rocking and rolling. Interesting to see where you go with all this stuff so we can see your journey take flight. That's exciting. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Say you're excited. Say you're excited. Okay. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, heck yeah. There we go. There we go. That's it. See that, Tori? They're excited. I love it. Next, with their hand up, is Liliana. Hi. What
Hi.
you up to, girl?
So I have two things that I wanted to report on. The first thing that an update for the on the last meeting I talked about starting a podcast about talking about movies and just like the in-depth details of what it takes to make a movie. I finished writing the script for the very first episode that I'm going to be shooting at the end of this week. So once I shoot it, I'll have it edited and it'll be out by the end of the month. So I'm doing a report on a movie called Fighting with My Family. I adore that movie. It's based off of like the story of a real WWE fighter named Soraya, or Paige is her ring name, and the movie is phenomenal and I love the history of it and I get really in depth. So the episode will be talking all about the like big details of what the movie is about and what it took to make it. So I will have that done by the end of the month, and I'm very happy with how my script turned out. And the other thing that I have was the Widow project that I think I mentioned last time, which is basically a project that I'm working on with my roommate, where it's inspired by Black Widow and like a spy aesthetic kind of thing. And it started as a fight scene, and now it's slowly growing out into kind of like a one shot kind of deal, just a mini scene between two characters. And it is a full fight scene that we have choreographed together. So it has a beginning and the fight, it just needs an end, but we're going to be shooting it in the summertime. So I'm very excited about that. But the script is slowly growing and I'm wondering where it's going to go. But at the moment, we have that. Yeah, absolutely. I did. Tori, I have heard you talk about Marvel before, so I would be so down. But but yeah, those are the two major things, but I will have the podcast out soon and I'll probably talk more about Widow Project as it grows. But yeah, that's what's going on with me right now.
Fantastic. And just for everybody, please share your links and your emails and your social media. Matter of fact, social media break. Slap your social media and everybody's social media. Put in there. Put in there. Come on, let's go. Hurry up. There's what, 14 people in here. Everybody should get at least a couple of new ones if we haven't already liked and subscribed. Oh, am I on my YouTube channel? Like and subscribe. so that we can support each other because that's what we're here for. Those sound absolutely amazing. I'm excited, Liliana. I'm really excited to see what this looks like. Look at all that. I love it. Nasir, you're up. What you up to?
I'm up to a couple of things. Lately, I've been dabbling into voice acting, so that's been pretty cool. I was trying to find the right room in my place to actually like get the acoustics as best as possible, which I recently found out that I feel like a small car, like the interior of it is like the best option. So you get really good sound in there. So that's been cool. I applied to a couple of auditions so far, waiting to hear from that. Um, and yeah, I'm also working on this NDA project, so can't really talk about it, obviously, but they did say that I am the lead storyboard artist up there, so that's something very cool. And last but not least, I too have been working on some writing. Been writing a novel for a pretty long time now, and I just now finished it, and I'm very excited to go back, re-edit it, and possibly find a publisher or any platform to like host it on. So that'd be sick. If you guys have any publishers in mind, like book publishers or whatnot, that you know of, let me know. And I'd appreciate like looking it up for research purposes. So yeah, that's basically me at the moment.
That's amazing. I love it. Love hearing what everybody's up to. That's really cool. That's really cool. Anybody else want to share what they're up to? I see my man Calvin's got all kind of keyboards and music equipment, and we don't got no music update over there, Calvin. You're not up to nothing?
I'm always up to something.
That's what I thought.
Right now I'm working on an album. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I'm kind of at the end of it. So I'm getting together and creating graphic content for it, photo shoots, and submitting it to record labels. So that's what I've been up to.
So he's just so cool, right? He's just like the musician guy that's like over there. He's doing stuff, and he's just like, hey man, it's cool. I'm just writing a Grammy Award winning album they're gonna release soon. It's no big deal.
His music is like what I've listened to it,
I have too.
and I feel like I'm at a festival already. So I think you got something,
He does.
Calvin.
He does. I've heard his stuff too. That's why I was like, how dare you not say anything, Calvin? Sitting over there all cool, like, hey guys, I'm just over here. I'm John Williams over here. I'm just doing stuff. Oh man, what an inspiring crew. If nobody else has anything to share, I can share what I'm up to before we call in the night. But I will encourage you guys to check out that chat because people are saying, I love your stuff. I want to collaborate. Don't forget to look at the chat because when you log out, you won't see the person's email and stuff anymore. So there are people talking to you as you talk. So look at the chat and see who you can connect with so you can collab because collab is what it's all about. So I have a couple of things I'm working on. The most exciting thing I'm working on right now is a film project. I talked about it on the induction called Project Firebreak. It is a 7 short film sprint that has just been greenlit. So we did some fundraising. And now we're in pre-production, building out everything. We're going to be flying out to Montana during spring break and filming 7 short films. So I'm preparing myself, I'm meditating, I'm finding God, I'm doing everything I need to do to prepare myself emotionally and mentally for this crazy thing that I came up with. It was a great idea until I had to actually do work. And now here I am. So I'm excited about that. And recently, through my pitch of like a pro journey, I've been in contact with several film producers through meetings and just connecting with them. And I've become friends with one of them. And as a result, she invited me to do a podcast with her. And the podcast is called Voice and Venture. This is a film producer who's quite prevalent in the industry. I'm a little nervous about it. We just did our 2nd episode. I will drop it in the chat if you are so interested in listening to it, but that is probably the newest thing that I've done, and it's really visible and it's pretty crazy. And other than that, that's pretty much what I'm up to, other than my normal stuff. I'm a writer. Oh, I should say before Maggie yells at me, I recently entered a film script contest. It is the Mammoth Films Seeking New Voices in Horror and 5,000 people entered. I was just announced. I was actually on a call when I got the notification. I'm in the semifinals. The finalists are going to be announced on the 16th. I am very nervous because I'm already at a level where my log line will be shared with agents and industry producers when this is all over because I'm part of the semifinals. So I'm just saying it out loud made my heart race. So I'm really excited about that. Did you have a question for me, Tori?
Yeah, I was curious if there were things in motion to do another Pitch Like a Pro event.
So the answer to the question is yes, but probably after the first quarter because of the fire break, because this is nuts and I'm insane. So as soon as we get to the point where the fire break is kind of under control, then absolutely 100% yes. Because I've done it twice and both times were successful, so I will be doing it again.
Cool. I'm
100%.
definitely interested.
I know I got you on a list because you definitely made it clear. I want to do it, so I've written your list of people to participate.
That
You are
reassures me. Yay.
yes, I have your attention. But I do want to say, as a professional writer, as you share your stuff, this is my tip for you. As you drop stuff in Discord and what have you, please make sure you're protected. Register it with the WGA or copyright it before you share your stuff with people, especially full scripts. I see people dropping scripts in Discord. Discord is not secure. If you don't know that, Discord is not secure. It has been breached multiple times. There's a class action lawsuit or something like that. It is a cool place. It's fun to play with, but it's not secure. So as you're dropping your log lines and your scripts, just keep that in mind. Nobody in the school is going to do anything with your stuff. We are all signed paperwork when we join the school. If Angel stole your story, Tori, you could go to the school and they will come down hard on me because I signed documents as a student. But it's not just, it's not secure. And as a writer, you should never just share your stuff anyway, unless it's your brother or your sister-in-law. That's just a tip that I should give you. This is a really tough industry. We don't want your stuff stolen from you. It'd be heartbreaking if somebody stole your stuff. Anybody else got some stuff to share?
I got a couple things.
Let's go, Jimmy. Come on.
I'll be quick. Question in the chat box. They said something about going more in depth into editing. Not any of the clubs I know of. I was the head of the filmmaking club. I stepped down because I'm in my last 3 months of school. Doing my capstone, finishing up post production on 2 projects right now. Still a part of the film committee, and we just put in a $500,000 budget for something that might be shooting late summer. So got a lot going on. But if anybody does have any questions about editing, feel free to reach out on Discord. I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do, but I also direct and run camera too. So, you can feel free to reach out on that if you got questions about editing and stuff like that. Me and Freddie talk here and there, and I like bouncing ideas off of anybody, music wise and stuff like that. So we're always looking for music for things too. And like I said, I'm doing paid projects now, so it ain't gonna be a deal where, hey, for the school wise, future upcoming type stuff, reach out to me, man. Animation, anything. I mean, I ain't trying to tote myself and be a big man. It's just I'm starting to get out there now too, and love to help anybody else out, fellow students, people that's trying to get out there and do some things. So y'all can always feel out to reach out to me. That's all I wanted to put out there.
That's beautiful. I love that. We might want to do something with that, with the editing and stuff, in terms of just like some learning and stuff, just to help people out because it's not perfect, right? They teach us what's required to get us to the end of our program so we can have a degree, but never in school do you do full application for whatever it is you're in. So it helps to have that. So I'm gonna be watching you, Jimmy. We might want to talk about some kind of a learning. That'd be cool. Anybody else before we call it a night? Did you guys enjoy this meeting? Yeah, I love how Tori's like, super animated because you got the mask on.
Awesome
Like,
meeting.
yes, yes.
I'm trying.
I love it. I love
I'm
it.
like, I'm sick, but I showed up,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You got to show up. You got to show up, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to support. We're here to move things forward, and we are here for ideas. So that's your homework. Think about what you want, what you think, what ideas that you have, and let's see what we can do with the time that we have. I too graduate this year, so I'm I'm going to be usurped for the next person. So you might be seeing the next vice president sitting right here in this group when Angel moves on. So that's what we're here for, is to grow and develop and to love each other and be kind. Please be kind. Please be kind because we're the only ones that you have. This is family. Guys, remember the song? We are family. We are family. There's nobody else other than your family, and maybe even not them, who really understand what you're going through than this group right here. So we're here to support you. We're here to love you. We're here to give you what you need to help move your stuff forward, but we can't if we don't know what you want. So think about it and come to the table with ideas. Join a committee. Join all the committees. So our business people out there, while we're trying to figure out if we need a committee, every committee could use a business person on there, just so you know. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for being here. It usually takes us a couple of days because it's really Freddie we harass. Is he still here? Did he sneak away? I think he snuck away. I was gonna put him on the spot.
He's probably taking a nap with that
Oh, there he
title.
is. There he is. I see him. He's the one who does the editing for us to get the meeting out there. So as soon as he gets it out there, we'll put it out there. Follow the YouTube channel, follow all the social media, and participate. Because Rosalind, you do contests and stuff sometimes too.
I do. We do little ways for you guys to participate so that we can do the member spotlight. It was a weekly thing, and then life happened, then it became a monthly thing. So just bear with us as we're building this team because the more people I get on the team, the more frequent we can do a lot of stuff like that and kind of divvy out those different opportunities to engage. But yeah, sometimes we do little games and things of that nature, guess that film in the Discord, and we do movie night. We have the, Canva masterclass, and we're also going to be doing something with the once the Pitch Like a Pro gets going, I'm gonna do a segment on contracts and things of that nature. So kind of stay tuned for that. So yeah, we do a lot of things.
We got personal
Oh, yeah.
branding. We got personal branding we're going to be doing coming up too.
Yeah, and the more you guys engage with the social media stuff, the better my social media insights will be when I do my officer meetings on Thursdays. So you guys, go in there and comment and share and all that kind of stuff. Even if it's old, go share it, and then it'll still show that we've got some improvement there. Then I can brag about it. I can
She does
brag
it.
about it on
She does.
Thursdays. Thursdays will
That's
be
what we
my
do.
bragging day.
She does. She likes to brag about her stuff, and there's stuff to brag about. You guys are all really super awesome. Thank you for taking the time to gather. We look forward to seeing you guys through the process again. If you need access to the Discord, look at the email where you were accepted into the Honor Society. They should have a thing in there to tell you how to get to the Discord. If it's not there, send me a message and I will reach out to the school to figure out um, how to get you in there. And I am going to drop my email into the thing, but you have to be invited to the Discord for the Honor Society because it's vetted. So you can't just give a link to somebody for the Honor Society because not everybody can be in the Honor Society Discord because you have to be confirmed as a member of the Honor Society. So if you don't have the link that was sent to you, then I have to go back to the school and get them to send it to you. So first check back on that email. If it's not there, drop me an email and I'll research it for you to see if I can help you. What you got, Tori?
I was just gonna say that I was one of the people having troubles with that, so I'll
Send
make
me,
sure to send you an
yes,
email
please
as
send me an
well.
email because I forward it and then I put some details on there. I don't know
Okay,
why would they
wonderful.
why would they skip you, Tori?
I
What?
don't know. They don't like me. I don't know what to
I
tell you.
I like you, Tori, and that's what matters. And so
I see
does
that in the
M.
chat.
Yes, M. Fraser.
But
Everybody's.
nonetheless,
We
I
love
would.
you.
We
yeah,
love
I love
you.
y'all too.
One
It's
of us. One of us.
I it's it
It
just
it it,
happens
it
sometimes. I'm
happens.
not too worried about it.
It
It's
happens. It does.
yeah.
It happens. And a lot goes on in Discord. So it's not that. Did I spell my name wrong? Oh my God, I spelled my name wrong. I don't even know how to spell my name. It's not that you have to be in Discord, but we do a lot of communication and activities in Discord. So it's if you have Discord, you have email and Discord, so you stay in the know. If you have email, you're still in the know, but you lose some stuff because we
Yeah,
we communicate daily in Discord. We don't do that on email. You guys will stop paying attention to it if we send an email every day.
I'm familiar with Discord, so
Yes, yes,
Maddie
yes.
can agree on that. Yeah. I'd love to join and be a part of.
Perfect. Perfect. Anybody else? There's my email. Send me a note, just says I need Discord information. Make sure in your email that you include your username on Discord so they can find you and pull you into the Honor Society Discord. Okay, so my email should have your username in there and then your name. And then I'll have your LA Film School email because you'll email me. And then I'll send that off and we'll get you guys added to the Discord. All right. I put the link in earlier for applications. I see that we have no new applications, which means that either A, everyone who was interested already did it, or B, people missed it. So please go through and check that. Make sure that you've enlisted, you're not going in the military, that you've applied if you're interested in being an officer or being on a committee, so that when the interviews stop, we don't miss you. We don't miss you. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Take care. We love you. Bye-bye.
Have a good week.
Have a good
Or
week,
month.
everybody.
See you all later.
Bye-bye.